So if I had to give kind of three main pieces of advice around what you should be doing in terms of your accountancy, one of the key things that I would love to say to people is just get regular numbers and look at them. You know, it could be that you have a look every month, particularly if you've never done it before, monthly is fine, and just have a look at a few key areas. If you're keeping your own records, hopefully you're in a software product like a Xero or a QuickBooks, have a look in there, look at what's known as your profit and loss report. And I think there's probably 6 or 7 key numbers in a business, but I'm just going to give you 3 to look at initially. And that's have a look at your sales figure, so sometimes known as your revenue, so that's the top line as they often call it. That's a good indicator of obviously whether the business is progressing. And then you want to go down a bit and you're looking at gross profit and net profit. And gross profit is the profit you've made after the kind of cost of the services. So if you made like a chair, you might have your costs of the actual materials on the chair. Maybe if you're paying some of your team to build it, you'd have their labor in there. You might have the delivery charges, those kind of things gives you a gross profit. And you can work that out as a percentage. So if you take that figure, the gross profit, and you divide it by your sales figure, you're going to get a percentage, and you want to track that percentage. So that's your percentage right now, keep that in mind. And then you do the same for the net profits. The net profit's the one at the bottom, ultimately, the supposedly on paper, the money you're making after you paid everything. So you'll have some costs between gross and net profit, things like rent, telephone, website costs, accountants, all those things, they'll be in there, and you'll get net. And that net profit figure, you take that and again, you divide that by your sales figure and it gives you a percentage. Now, if you just know what those two figures are and your sales figure, if you're looking at those every month, you're already going to be miles ahead of most business owners that never look at them. And you want to see that at least, the sales you want to see trending upwards, and ideally you'd want to see gross and net profit trending upwards. But if they just stayed the same as a percentage, you'd be happy, because the majority of time I see a small business fail is because of the creep of those figures. They've started to slowly go down and the business hasn't reacted. So knowing what they are, that'll be a great start for you. So just go and find those figures, sit at them regularly, work those out and track them.